What's up, Hano Nation? Lord Hondoku's back with another reaction video for you guys. And today, I'm gonna react to the newest death battle. Sentry versus Superboy Prime. So without further ado, let's get it. Death battle.
Sentry versus Superboy Prime.
These two dark supermen prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze
Their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who will win a death battle. Let's begin.
One superhero stands alone at the peak of Marvel Comics. He's a brilliant scientist and friend to all, the Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him, as though he never existed in the first place.
What if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes,
Real name Robbie Reynolds.
was just
Height,
your average, ordinary high
6
school teen until the day
weight,
he
194
accidentally
pounds,
cranked
aka the Golden Guardians of Good, Fabio Man, arch enemy of the Void, one drink of liquid filled with
becoming one of the strongest superheroes in existence.
LSD.
That's gotta be one hell of a bowel movement. And what better way to use his new powers than to become a sentry to all mankind?
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch-nemesis, the Void.
He's got all your classic, I can't believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability, and flight.
He can spot you from miles away, or even hear a butterfly sneeze from across the planet.
You butterflies sneeze?
No!
Well, Sentry cells
Enhanced
absorb
strength and
process
intelligence,
the sun's
sensors,
rays, and if he
flight,
wants
solar
to,
energy
he can
manipulation,
fire that solar
sonic
energy right
powers,
back at you with a
teleportation
powerful
regeneration,
laser, or
molecular
bend light
kinesis,
away to
reality
turn
warping.
invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Really, the Sentry can draw power from anywhere and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead. If, despite being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate telepathically, and even read and mess with minds.
He's also
Yep.
a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards. He's even built his own watchtower with an advanced AI that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's
Dang.
like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Indeed, the Sentry is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk. When
Yep.
Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed, the Sentry was the only one who stood against the Hulk's full power.
He's also
Yep.
battled Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another Thor.
The
Yep.
Sentry is incredibly fast, too. He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within Planck time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
He's stated to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. The Surfer flew so fast he went back in time. So you'd think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so simple. The Void was everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If
Yep.
Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void would give someone else cancer. What an asshole!
For every good
Yep.
act the Sentry
Wow,
performs,
what an
the
asshole.
Void commits an evil one. Because the truth was, the Sentry and the Void were one and the same.
Bum, bum, plot twist. Turns out Sentry's whole origin story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds wasn't a 60s high schooler beating up bullies like some Jack Kirby comic.
In reality, Bob Reynolds was a schizophrenic meth addict who drank the
That
Sentry's
team, New
serum
Avengers,
just to
Dark
get
Avengers,
high.
Horsemen of
And the Void
Death,
was, in
diagnosed
reality,
with
a
schizophrenia,
malevolent,
agoraphobia,
godlike
anxiety,
entity
owner of
bonded to
like,
Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes, from the Bible, with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
And this being manifests as the dark side of Bob's shattered psyche, a villainous alter ego with all of his power. Too much power for any one man to handle. The only way to destroy the Void was to also destroy the Sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future. including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet. They would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the Sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
Yep.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back, in part thanks to Norman Osborn, the
Norman, you asshole!
to somehow control the void. So Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release, the Angel of Death.
Yeah, try controlling the kind of guy who can throw hands with Molecule Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. At his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that Bob discovered the true source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
The Sentry can create and destroy matter on a whim, able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body from any kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains, the Sentry is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this
Void.
and more, except he doesn't hold
Infinite
back. He can
tendrils,
shapeshift, create
darkness
hurricanes,
manipulation,
trap you
weather
in
manipulation,
darkness,
soul
possess your
manipulation,
body, and
pyrokinesis,
devour your soul.
shapeshifting,
With his
dimensional
infinite
travel,
tendrils,
and
the Void
possession.
takes control of a victim's mind and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
He killed Loki.
The Void is
He
overwhelmed,
raised Asgard,
also
the
overwhelmed Doctor
Avengers, the
Strange and
Fantastic
Loki as
Four,
Sorcerer
the
Supreme,
Inhumans, and
allowing
the
it
X-Men
to scale to
teaming
other
up
powerful
all at
magic
once.
users in
Could
Marvel,
barely
like
handle
Dormammu,
him.
who's to save the
Void is
multiverse
one of
expanding
the
Dark
biggest
Dimension.
bads in Marvel.
Dang!
Fucking job, Norm. I'm something of a moron myself.
The only way forward.
Wields the power
only way
of
for
million
Bob to save
supernovas, equal to
everyone,
Thor and
including
Hulk,
himself,
full light
was to
years
do
and seconds,
something he
overloaded,
never imagined.
orbing man
Let the
with his
Void
energy.
in.
Void
By
overpowers Doctor
refusing
Strange
to
and Loki
repress his
simultaneously,
darker half
defeated
anymore,
Ares,
Sentry
Loki,
and Void
Doctor
merged and became
Doom,
stronger
Blue
than the
Marvel,
sum of their
and
parts.
Molecule
One
Man.
being, now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
That's why he's the Void, aka
Do
Sentry.
you believe a man can fly?
Yeah, Wiz, within the pages of DC Comics, everyone in their irradiated six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth. Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and
Clark
Kent. A
Clark
totally
Kent,
normal boy
19,
from New England
age
who just
19,
happened to share
aka
a name
Superman
with that
Prime,
comic
Time
book
Trapper,
character.
Mere
comic book
coincidence.
fanboy,
That is,
sticking the
until the
catchphrase,
day
it's
Clark
prime
took
time.
a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did. Surprise, surprise, Clark was actually from the planet Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now? Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I can fly!
Lucy, don't jump off the... Oh. Clark had all your classic Kryptonian powers. Flight, heat vision, microscopic and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was the dream that every little boy had finally come true.
Ow. Just in time for his universe, our universe, to be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Wiz, we're canonically dead since 1986 apparently.
With everyone he knew and loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand change, can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did when they were a child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do. Punch really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics. Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how many fake heroes got in his way.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no, he's pre-crisis.
As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more comical.
When Superman could sneeze solar systems apart or tow a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to
Wow.
hear that word a lot. My favorite is the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the bonds of infinity. I wonder if these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century. Not that I'm complaining. That's how I get paid.
Prime would know he is a self-described power scaler's dream.
Huh. You think he's heard about us?
We can only hope not. As a
Let's
Kryptonian
hope
with
not.
an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his
Solar
atomic
armor,
bonds weakened,
Kryptonian
or
biology,
getting
heat
his energy
vision,
drained.
X-ray vision,
Kryptonians like
microscopic
Superman can
vision,
withstand more
iceberg
esoteric
flight,
attacks too. They can actively
eidetic
resist
memories,
lethal
super
attacks by
persistence, resistance to
outthinking them,
molecular
and their
manipulation, soul
souls can
manipulation,
resist
existence
being
erasure.
All thanks to Earth's
Superboy
good
Prime
old
also
yellow
has the
cell fuel in
Super
his
Age
cells.
Kryptonian
And
ability
unlike
to
that
vibrate
post-crisis
his
Super
molecules
Broad
to
who gets
travel
weaker
to
without
other
sunlight,
universes or in
Prime's
higher
got it
dimensions.
with a suit of armor made from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor, which constantly feeds him solar energy, literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe, just to be better and stronger than Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats and scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot. Okay,
Yeah.
sure, he has the same hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to being a superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly
Kinda
what
like-
you'd expect
kinda like
from a
Jason
kid who
Todd.
grew up and
When he be-
never
with the
learned to
second
hold back.
Robin.
Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
He's battled the Doom Patrol, Justice Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once.
Yep.
He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League, and even killed his rival, Connor Kent, the new Superboy. Even as other Kryptonians grew in power
Oh,
to
yeah,
become
Connor
comparable to
Kent.
pre-crisis iterations,
Yeah, they look
Prime
the son
still
of
held
Superman
an
and
advantage
Lex.
because he never
You know,
held
he has both the DNA in
He
them.
tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse atom by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time
Yep.
he fought a potential future version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once
Yep.
again, forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC,
And a little bit of Marvel.
only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he
Sometimes
moved to
power levels
DC
are bullshit.
headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely recursive meta hell.
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy
Oh,
posted
no.
on Reddit?
The
And
worst
at
thing you
peak
could
of his
become.
violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman, the original Superman. Action Comics #1, the first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman who laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics? Turns
Yeah.
out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the multiverse, Prime became a space-time anomaly, and he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I guess you could call it his retcon punch!
At first, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories. But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs.
Giving them and all the characters inside of them happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guy so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard
The
enough
more
to
this
injure the
plan
time
is taint the
seemingly
Arnold's
ends the
Big
comic
Bang,
meaning
reacted to
entirely,
3
and
flashes at
even
once,
defeat the
punched his way out of
non-omnipotent
the phantoms
darkness.
of all the DC
Who
comics
was
continually
powerful enough to
multiple
beat
times.
Perpetua,
Fought post-crisis
the
and
goddess who
Golden Age
created
Superman
all of DC
simultaneously
Comics,
defeated
all
Black
the way.
Lanterns,
And Brian hit
Ion,
the
Mr.
darkest night
Mythoplex,
so hard,
and the
he
Darkest
erased his
Night.
entire evil multiverse.
A feat that no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1. A hero like, well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly.
Yep. Alright, let's get this battle started.
Run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! It's done at Metropolis.
This city won't last much longer. Quit while you're behind, kid.
You mess up a superhero crossover? No way, Torque.
Ha!
Onomatopoeia coming right up.
Missed. Oh, got your cape. Heads up.
You're dealing with someone who has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns.
Big mistake, dipwad. It's prime time.
It's prime time. Uh-oh. Here-
Are you kidding me? Another dark Superman fraud? Boring! It's cool when I do it.
Keep telling yourself that, Cal. Keep telling yourself that. Pow.
Please, stop hitting me.
He'll kill you. I'll kill you. To death.
Uh-oh, here comes Void.
It's time to play God.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you weren't
Oh, the
joking.
bonds of infinity.
Definitely a crisis level threat. Luckily, so am I.
Uh-oh.
Run all you want. If Bob couldn't escape me.
What hope do you have, boy? Afraid of the Dark Clark? What kind of a hero are you? Remind me again, whatever happened to Lori?
Shouldn't have said that.
It's over, Clark. There is no happy ending. Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone else. In the void. Haven't you ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always a happy ending.
Just not for you.
Bob? You kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years. Crisis averted.
Well, Superboy Prime
I
wins.
don't think I've ever seen someone beaten to death that so wholesomely before.
Let's break this down into
Wow.
3 chapters. Their strength, intelligence, and powers.
As with any
Clark
fine great
really
fight, the first question you
gave
gotta
Bob
answer is,
a happy
who's
ending.
stronger?
Prime and Sentry are naturally 2 of the heaviest hitters in DC and Marvel, more than capable of matching and
Good on you,
surpassing
Clark.
Herald-level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number of timelines with their clashes. Just absolute wacky bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they fought. Molecule Man and the Darkest Night.
Sentry beat the crap
The
out of
Sentry
Molecule
is
Man,
aided
but
by
remember,
20 Soccer
having
Moonstone
power
to be
can
capable of
fluctuate a lot,
replicating an
and when he
event
fought
upon
Sentry,
with the House
he
of
wasn't
M.
at his
However,
full
the
power.
two
So
were
we can
unaware
only
of the
scale this so far.
broader
But
scale
Prime
effects on the
overpowered
event,
the
making it
Darkest
even
Night
unclear if
after
Sentry's
the
full
Mad
power
Bat
is
had absorbed the
comparable
powers
to
of
that
both
level.
Perpetua and, what do you know,
Wow.
Dr. Manhattan. Both of which alone
Prime is
could
also
threaten
more than
all of
capable
DC
than
comics.
And unlike
who mainlined
Molecule
Superman,
Man,
who was able
there's
to
nothing
settle
suggest
the
Darkest
World
Night was
Forger,
holding
one of the
back. In a straight brawl,
Perpetua's
Prime takes
children,
the edge in
and destroy
strength,
his
but muscles aren't everything. Maybe Sentry could figure out a way around
Yeah,
Prime's brawn
Superboy
with
Prime
his
gets the edge
intelligence.
While
and
Prime
strength.
does possess a super advanced Kryptonian brain, he clearly does not use it to its full extent.
It's less
Yeah.
that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager and has a habit of crashing out.
The Sentry.
Yeah,
on the
the
other hand,
teenage-
is
the
compared to
teenage
Tony Stark
angst.
and Reed Richards, some of the most intelligent people in all of Marvel Comics.
Sure, he mentally struggles with the whole Void thing, which sucks for him, but losing control to the Void only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry
Says
was the
Sentry
more
gets
intelligent.
But
gets the edge in
main question
intelligence.
This matchup had to do with their batshit insane
Powers.
With the Sentry's
Who gets the
ability
edge
to
in power?
reshape molecular matter and warp perception of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime may be stronger, but heat vision, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
But pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless Prime could find a
The
way
Sentry was
around
able to
Sentry's
regenerate his
insane
body after being
regeneration,
destroyed
he
by
was toast.
Morgan Le
Luckily
Fay,
for Prime,
but she was
his
claiming
ability to
she
retcon away
generates a
history and
person's
mess with your
timeline. There
own
was no
timeline
evidence
was
to
actually something
suggest that
Sentry
she
had no
had the
specific
technique on
resistance to.
Sentry,
Not
and
only
later
that,
admits
it was
doing
something
so will
he's been
put her on
affected by in the
life
past.
in
Like the
danger.
time the Scarlet Witch
Like-
rewrote all of reality during House of M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic
Sentry
power
inputted his
could
memories of the
theoretically
Silver Age
retcon
into Earth
himself from
616
Prime's
Paul Jenkins
perception of
to write
reality.
comics of his
However, this
history,
feat
other making
required
the world
assistance from Reed
forget his
Richards,
existence.
and
This
it's
only further
unlikely he could
people's
pull it off
memories of the
mid-fight.
Sentry,
Pre-crisis
as both him and the
Kryptonians
Void
also
still existed
resist a
during
lot
their
of mind manipulation
time.
anyway,
Forgotten.
so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch, so he might
Yep.
need more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like
Yep.
having his soul eaten or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that Edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same. Prime takes the final edge in
With
Empowers.
no way to easily put him down,
Superboy Prime
would
is our
eventually
winner.
muscle his way through and retcon the Void away for good.
Sorry, Bob. Defeat was unavoidable.
The winner
It's Superboy Prime.
Oh, hey, my pizza's here.
The winner is Superboy Prime. Letter to the editors. Oh yeah, I win. That's right. You hack frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby. Now, personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme. I don't crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling with real.
Yeah, but you still got the teenage
intense
angst,
emotion.
pal.
I can be smart anytime I want. But anyway, don't subscribe, don't join as a member, don't watch Death Battle, read my comics. Prime out.
Next time on Death
Who's
Battle.
next? What about the Avatar? We got Aang. And Ether? Okay. Avatar versus Genshin Impact. That was amazing. That fight was amazing. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. And, yep, you were right, Andrew. Superboy Prime is more powerful than the Sentry. And I agree. So, hope you guys enjoyed that little reaction to Superboy Prime versus the Sentry. And hope you're all looking forward to the next death battle with Avatar Aang versus Ether. And let me know who you're rooting for, Aang or Ether. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe so that you're all part of the Hano Nation. And let me know what I should react to next. With that, Lord Hondoku, signing off.